Well, Rudolf, thanks for being with me, man. I appreciate you taking the time.
Anytime is good time for Rudolf to be with you, my friend Pat.
Can we start off? Maybe tell me a little bit about you growing up, young Rudolf.
Young Rudolf growing
Where
up,
are you from, Rudolf?
we came from Czechoslovakian Socialistic Republic, the wonderful country. After a few revolutions later, we end up just as a Czech Republic. End of story.
And tell me a little bit about you growing up. Tell me about your family.
Me growing up, it was a pretty rough times. We grew up in pretty much an end of the communism, the fall down and stuff. So things was switching quick while we was growing up, but parents keep shit real for everybody. We as a kids didn't really care for what's going on. We were just playing a pile of shit, and everybody, had a good time. But as me growing up, and a revolution goes by and they open the Europe Union in 2000, 2001 or something like that. So I'm like, there's a many options out of the country that I come from. And I feel like I was like trapped in the walls and I can't do much, for me to explore the world, and I want to be somebody else, then I couldn't even do it in my own country, right? So it's like cannabis was super illegal, highly illegal, right? Later on they decriminalized, it's still decriminalized, but it's like illegal, to grow, illegal to do anything with the cannabis platform, right? It's like, and if they will legalize it, it's gonna be again for the rich people, politics, it's gonna be like the government right shit, right? So it's like, I choose my journey. I've been smoking cannabis since 13 years of age as try to run away from the drugs, right? Because like they give me, like the test rabbit for the hospitals and shit, growing up. So they're giving you like these testing Adderalls or blah, 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 a whole bunch of pills, like calm you down because like I was off the hook, growing up with ADHD and probably OCD and some crap. We don't even know it's existent shit. I mean, it's like healthcare was pretty poor back in the days. But yeah, I was bouncing over the walls. Nobody could figure out shit. So I started smoking cannabis early age, 13, 14. Got me in a lot of trouble, during the lifetime growing up. But it's because the countries I've been through, right? And end up in Canada. I applied for my medicinal license about 8 years ago. Got my first license. Paper came in and it was like almost unreal. Then I know game is over. And I'm like, damn, Rudolph's gonna born, like came out of ashes. So I start like literally like educating myself about cannabis, what cannabis is really, comes to the medicinal platform, not just like recreational way. I'm kind of against that because like I have a kids too, my son is 15-year-old. I know he's into cannabis right now. I have nothing against it because I don't believe it's a leader to the other drugs or anything, like if you think of it, like we used to back then choose alcohol before we choose cannabis, right? Kids these days don't even drink. Like shelves of alcohol have been filled up and filled and you barely see any young kids going in, buy stuff, right? And if they do, they buy just like a couple cans or something. All you see is olderies, right? Bottle of wines, bottle of tequilas, nice whiskeys. It's true story, right? Because we have that in that generations, right? The new generations, they're half retarded, It's like I'm retarded completely, but it's it's the fact of they don't know how to play. They don't know the creativity back then we had to create it. Like exercise the brain and like be motoristically skills. We are way more advanced comes to this, right? Kids these days are like they are more advanced different way comes to the computers and stuff and fixing and it's just not really, they don't think really outside of a box anymore, right? So they're like part of a chain of a society and they kind of like following instead of like leading. So we losing the leaders and became a lot of followers, right? So I try to teach my kids from right to wrong, or wrong to right. And it's like they can do whatever they want to like life, they want to follow, they want to lead. I followed for most of my life. I've been only 37 years of my age right now and I've been on my own for 4 years right now, right? So 33 years I've been really working for society and just leading the way, actually following the way, of the leaders and teach, educate myself. Then I realized like, fuck it, I do it myself. Yeah, I mean, and it worked. So I like don't say work, but it's working for me right now. Been 4 years. I've been home, working from home. Create catering, little catering company. You know, traveling around Canada, do things what I like most, cooking, and do this kind of medicinal cannabis. Like I have unlimited source of cannabis for myself for use, right? So is extra more source so I can give away, which is we're allowed because we grow underneath the ACMPR licenses. It's like access for cannabis for medicinal purpose. So we're allowed to do trades and stuff for people who also obtain the license what we have. And it's a better journey, like it's fulfillful. It makes me happy, like I don't have to be in the work 9 to 5 and just like do work I don't really like to do. Like I don't know how to explain it. I love kitchen. I work in kitchens. I work in huge industries and stuff. I love to learn. But when you learn enough, it's time to go, and like a time to take a little piece of your own cake instead of just like be part of piece of somebody else's cake, and he fucking just like harvesting you. And just like if you build up on good enough education, why will you work for somebody, right? You can do it yourself. You're the one. You're the one educated, right? You don't need to be harvested, right? You can make your own money. There's a lot of opportunities in the world, especially Canada. I moved to Canada and your brother. Thank you very much. I moved to Canada 2012. Didn't know I'm gonna stay, what I'm gonna do. I had a girlfriend back in the days. She had a kid, and we have like good relationship. But I stepped away on type of a deal like if something crumble, I'm back in Europe, right? I'm like I tried Canada, it's good, life is good, but I'm European. I always been in Europe. I always been close to my family. It's hard to leave somebody you live with forever, and ditch them forever and ever, because it's hard to get back home. But a few years in, I think like 4 years, 5 years in, I realized it's like I don't even want to go back home. It's like I've been traveling for too long, been too long away from my own country, my journey. Now I end up in Canada, and it's like in 4 years, when I finally got on my own feet in Canada, I get my paperwork, permanent residency, I literally achieved in 12 months more than I would ever do in Czech Republic in like almost lifetime, because I could line up and schedule the life forward, right? You cannot do that in Czech. You live day by day, you don't know what the days brings you. But here it's like, bro, I can do it. It's like, it's fucking easy. Yeah, I mean, so it's like, yeah, 4 year goes by, projects running, a lot of collaboration coming in with good people like Pat and stuff. So I met a lot of people in the game, who kept me in the loop, which is like, I appreciate every single moment and every one of you guys. And yeah, that's what it is, like I want to create business with friends. We work on loyalty and recycling our own education between us so we can harvest from each other and move forward in one direction, right? And build something like special. Somebody can really like copy it, anything, because like once you're original, once you put all your soul and mind into something and you have a team who does the same thing in their own direction and they have the same vision like you and moving forward in the direction, it's always gonna happen, because you're gonna send so much good vibes and like shit to the universe. There is no way ain't not gonna happen. It's always gonna happen, because I was always dreamer, right? I've been dreaming all my life, and yeah, like some people have 10 dreams on the list. I start with 10 dreams too. Fucking check them all. I'm like, that's crazy. So it's like I realized like you keep dreaming and doing everything you can forward for your dreams, it will happen. It will happen. It's like I keep marking bucket spots, like keep checking the boxes, keep checking the boxes. I mark dreams I don't even fucking dream of. Like today, I can literally say I live my dreamed life I dreamed of, right? And it's not even end of my journey, we just in the beginning. So it's like for people who's like sad and shit and set in the background and all mentally fucked up and depressed, I just want to let you guys know I came from literally nothing My mom is a well-educated person. She's a doctor. My brother is fucking engineer. All my family's an engineers. My dad was engineers. Like, we all have education. I'm a Red Seal chef by trade. It's not easy to make good livings from where we come from, you know, from type of period where we've been. It's like life changed too quick. You could grind up something so fast, but they take it away from you because life changes. Like, the government fucking just says, tomorrow is a good day, you know, we'll fuck you up. It's okay, we'll restart it, you'll gain it again. But you been rebuilding and building shit for generations and nobody ever touched it, right? So it's like you're third gens in and it's like you're rich, you know. You're like, if you're smart enough to use what you already pre-built from your parents and grandparents, you're stupid if you burn it, right? You're like, you have no brain cells enough to use them to like fucking make it. I don't know how I explain it, but yeah, good life in Canada, 100%. Right now it's getting kind of shitty with all the system they're creating, you know, with like try harvest of small businesses, try kill them all and incorporate them to their own vision, to their own big business, so people can just start really working for them again and they can harvest all the money and just give a little pennies out, you know what I mean? But hope not gonna happen. I have a good vision for myself. I will never go back to social life unless they will really create super hard way 15-minute cities, QR code on your forehead, and they can, you know, scan your nuts as soon as you wake up. It's like, you know, it might happen, you never know. I just hope not. But for me, I got a good vision for me, my family, my kids, my grandkids, and their grandkids of a grandkids. So if they have a good mentality and establishment in the mind to see the continue the vision I started, right? Because I will leave a lot of messages in the way. Yeah, we're building a wealth, and it's like, it's priceless, because like rich people could get up broke tomorrow, right? Wealth, it's just you live rich forever, because, and you make other people rich, right? You give opportunity to the other poor people and stuff. So this is the journey of the Rudolf, basically. Like, I know where I come from, I know some people where they come from, and if I can create and lead the way to make a better for all of us, that would be sick. That would be like the rapper shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's about it, you know, like.
So you said a lot there, from where you come from all the way through to what you're thinking. So I think let's go back a little bit and talk about when you first leave your family, because you're saying that you were there for a while, things are not good.
That's right.
So why did you leave, and how did that happen?
I wouldn't say things are no good. Things was great, right? I had all the cousins, family, friends, you know, country you came from, it's your home. It's like things are good. It's just like, for me, I was always black sheep of a family, you know, like we growing up and shit, you know, people start going to school. We became like, you know, teenagers, 16, 17, 18s, get all these high schools and shit. And I was just a chef, right? I was just a cook, like fucking, like fuck up, basically, you know, smoke weed, do shit, skipping schools, hanging out with morons, you know, like, never been in like serious crimes or like do dumb shit, you know what I mean, like have a problem with cops and crime and like do dumb stuff. But I was very excellent athlete. I was skateboarding and representing my country for inline aggressive skating, so that kept me out of trouble most of the time, because I've been like outside on the streets. Like literally streets raised me, you know, like I know all the loops and corners and shit and how I can get stuff. And even in a young age and early age, I just want to let you guys know, I realize it's like, it's good to chase money because keep you fresh, you know, and aware of everything that's around you, you know, what's it cost, what's not cost, what's expensive, what's not expensive, what's cheap made, what not, what's the word hard for it. But connection is more than anything. So if you smart enough and build up on your own, how I can say that, right? It's like you have to build up on your own personality and be like original. And if you original and build up on that, and you're loyal to what you're doing, and you want to be to where you want to be, you got to build up on connections. right? Because these connections gonna lead you to other connections, and then you don't need no money or no anything, because I mean connections, it's over everything, you know. Like, and if you're a good guy in the industry, and you are known for it, and people want you around to have you around and admire your work and stuff, you don't need no money, because you're always gonna be invited. You're always gonna be the friend, the loyal guy, the guy who shows up and does the work. So it's like, that's more important than anything, you know what I mean? Because I did work on good places, cruise ships, crazy hotels in Ireland and stuff, you know. I make good money in a very young age, live in crazy penthouses, condos, drive good cars. I had a good life, be honest to you, overall, you know what I mean? It's just like, the money never give me the type, I could never reach the type of a happiness, you know, like when you wake up and you're like, I had money, stack of money, but it's like, you was happy for point enough, you know, you can spend the money and shit and you've been broke again. Like, now I don't have a money in the life, right? I just have money to get by, do my shit, pay my bills, keep my family super safe. But yeah, I have a house, you know, we have a property, farm. We are almost self-sufficient, we grow our own meat, raise our own vegetables. Actually opposite. Raise our own meat, grow vegetables, you know, like medicine. Which is like, I try to wake up, I'm super happy where I am, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need much for life anymore. Money doesn't impress me and shit. All I always wanted, I'm a car junkie, so I always want a nice car, right? Dad needs to have a nice car, so I always want a nice car, so fucking when trouble is trouble and shit like that, I can get in, roll a big fat doobie and just like fucking drive away. And keep driving and come back and I'm like, yeah, my head is clear, you know. And just like, usually when I drive and I know I have a nice, good fucking car and it's paid and shit, I get the mindset when I look at it and I'm like, damn, I came from nothing. And this is like, wow, right? So that's get me back to boost and I'm like coming back home. This is like, fuck it. Whatever happening, I can overcome because I'm doing well. Because if I look back to back, Rudolf against Rudolf, year by year, I'm doing pretty fucking good. You know what I mean? Last year we was like somewhere, year before too, 5 years before that, we wasn't really anywhere. So shit going, shit rolling.
So you left your home, you went to Ireland.
I left my home and first time I traveled out was Ireland, yes. It was
And you said you worked as a chef there. You trained as a chef there also?
It was a train for commis chef as that's back in the 2000s. We talk about 2003 when I finished my university for cooking in Czech Republic. And the border just got open and stuff and they create these student programs. You can actually go and experience the fucking thing, you know, A lot of people actually stay in these countries, like a lot of friends from my school, my classes and stuff. Some of them flew to Italy, some of them flew to Croatia, Greek and shit, because a bunch of different programs. They're there till today, they married, they have kids. So it's like, yeah, it's impressive, right? So it's like, even the friends, when I flew back from Ireland, some of them just moved back home last year after 15 years there, or 13 years, whatever was it, right? So I stuck around for 3 years. It was back in 7 or 8 or something like that. So we flew out. It was Leonardo da Vinci project for like exchange student program kids and shit. A bunch of Irish kids flew out somewhere else. We flew to the island. We rent a little place for, it's called Cherry 3-lane B&B. It was like down the street, right from the hotel. Amazing. You just walk in, beautiful fuck. And yeah, cows moving behind your house, right, 24/7. Yeah, it was a pretty wild scenario. It was like first time in the life I felt like I doing something for myself. When I ditch everybody, because like nobody ever believed in me. Everybody's like, ah, you're a fuck up, you know, you did dumb shit. And I do a lot of dumb shit in my life, like the dumb shit. I don't regretting, you know, I'm just like feel bad for it because like I've been a cunt, right, and bad guy and shit, but yo, how else you learn? How else you fucking learn? If you don't do bad shit, you're not gonna learn from it, right? So it's like, lesson learned. I'm pretty solid fucking these days and loyal to everything and everybody because loyalty is everything to me. And yeah, back to the island story was we start as a commis chef, so it was like 6 months training. We got a little grant, I think it was fucking €1,000, barely to survive, and promise paid from the hotel. So it was Sleeve Russell Hotel in Ballyconnell, golf and country club. It was a 5-star hotel, like top of the line from entire island. The most richest guy from entire island is Sean Queen. Probably a lot of you gonna know him. Went to the bankrupt after. Long story. That's his story. You can go interview him after, bro. You know what I mean? But super solid guy. You know, met him many multiple times in person when he came to the kitchen, and like pay respect for work we actually done, because like it was like first time in life when I actually was in the kitchen. When you see in TV shows, it was like fucking crazy, like crazy on point. And I was a young kid, right? 19-year-old, fresh out of school, fresh 19. Start working then. 6 months goes in. We have to all leave and shit. And then some of us was like, I don't want to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to go back to Europe. I don't want to go back to Czech Republic. So we went to ask staff, you know, and HR and boss, like, yo, would you hire us, you know, if we come back? And they're like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. Because the college and education we got in Czech Republic, it's be honest, way beyond and above. In quick period of time, we learn so much, you know what I mean, and professional skills than you would do in outside, because the other education is fucking hard, right? They want you to get out of school, no, you go to work. So when we got there, everybody was like, holy fuck, these kids are like fucking machines, bro. Like they know a lot of shit and stuff, right? On the training as a commis chef, it was way beyond ever average. We were doing shit like a chef de partie would do, right? So yeah, we passed the training, stuff like that. And head chef basically says, Peter Denny, like, I have a problem with you with the English, because you have a bad fucking English and shit. Because I didn't give a shit for English much, because I was really excellent in the kitchen, and I know the workflow, and you don't really talk much in the kitchen, right? Because it's the work hours, and like if you understand the system and the work and stuff, you just look, you just see, right? Shit, fucking communicate with the hands. So it's like you need very basic skills in the kitchen. Comes to the English, but comes to hiring me as a chef, you know, and hire back for like proper work skills and shit. They require the English, so Peter Denny actually scheduled me for schooling. I think it was every Wednesday. I got professor from Harvard or Oxford, like super awesome dude. Like he talked to me like stupid. Hi Jan, how are you? You know what's that mean? And I was like, yeah. And it's like, he explained to me, like, I talk to you like a stupid because it's the easiest way I can fucking explain to you. I'm gonna repeat myself so many fucking times, you're gonna be blah, 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 blah. I'm like sick. And like less than 5 months, the whole meal like unlocked different level for me for the English. So I know like the basic sentence, like, hey, how are you, mate? Da, 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 da. Could literally communicate and do shit, go in a bank, set up the bank accounts, this and that, like do all my paperwork and shit. Like I don't need no family, no translator, no fuck all. So it was like super, how I can say that, rewarding, and I was happy as fuck for myself. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that retarded, right? It's like, I like plants and ground and soil, but English is pretty good too. So yeah, that's how I started. The chef was super happy with me. I ended up staying in Ireland about 3 years. I would probably be there till today, but lucky enough, I have to say that lucky enough, and stupid enough, possessed by cannabis, get me in trouble up there. They have a very strict law and everything, and because I was growing in my closet, because gram in cannabis in Ireland back in the days, when we talk about 12, 14 years ago, till today, it's 20 to 25 euro, right? So it's like, you go buy 3 fucking gram of cannabis and it's like Snicker Fritz M39 fucking piss on by Lithuanian dude, and it's still paying 100 euros. So it was a pretty sketchy fucking part of the time. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna grow my shit, right? And I just grow 6 plants in my little closet. Nothing, no crime, I'm not a fucking criminal. Smoke my shit and also pass some on the side to the homies, right? For 20 euro fucking gram, and that kind of got me in trouble because the couple crops in, we got busted. Not to the growing, but stupid enough partying. Doing dumb shit, right? Doing dumb shit. I'd say I'm not criminal, but we're doing dumb shit. So I got busted for DUI because I tried to drive my car home after the bar because there's a bar fight on the street and shit. I'm like, fuck it, not keeping my car here. Cops obviously fucking spotted me out, got me out, got busted for DUI, found a bunch of shit in my car, got arrested, got out of the fucking bail and shit like that. And they went hard on the law and stuff like that. I like literally cancel all my policy with the work and shit and says like, fuck it, I'm out. And I get the fuck out of the country. And that was it. That was it for me in Ireland. I already knew right there. I'm like, fuck these motherfuckers. Ain't not coming back, mate.
And so what happens next?
What happened next is they sent me a couple letters of like, yeah, my charges, I should go for hearing and blah, 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 blah. Probably nothing serious, but me as a fucking 21-year-old fresh kid, sketched the fuck out. Basically told them to fuck off, you know what I mean? And journey start, you know, real trouble starts. So I don't even know what it was back then, but I did start working for my father and brother. They create a company for conveyor belt system and like carousels and mechanical storages and stuff. And that was the first time in my life when I'm like, fuck the cooking. You know what I mean? I gotta get the fuck out of here, do something else. And yeah, I basically get, from Ireland, I get out and end up being in South America for a bit, like Buenos Aires, Argentina and shit and stuff. Do some travel. From there we end up going to the South Carolina, being in States for a bit, and I'm going back home. And for me, it was like, I can't do this shit, you know, like I've been gone in that time for 5 years, out of the Czech Republic completely, different lifestyle, North American lifestyle, Ireland lifestyle, Eastern fucking different lifestyle. I'm like, I can do this Czech shit, right? So I know I stick around for 3 weeks, applied for work on cruise ship because my kitchen skills was excellent and I have a good, very good like paperwork from the workplace in Ireland, you know what I mean, and places before that, and my school was really good too, so I got hired on the spot right away. My English was still good, and yeah, I started my journey. I went to the cruise ship, start my cruise ship journey. You know what's up already there: alcohol, ladies, bunch of drugs like usually, right? Back to that old curbs when fucking it was just like fucking. But I'm smoker, right? So it's like, for me, drugs was like literally weekend things, maybe not even. I was like high every day. I smoke weed every day. If I have no weed, there's a big worry, you know. I'm like fucking kid with no ice cream, and like you take kid lollipop away, I'm fucking ready to snap and break your fucking fingers, bro. Motherfucker, bite you, and then I do anything fuck for weed. So, yeah. After that journey, my dad fucking accidentally actually ended up in Israel jail because he was there for business trip before. They fucked something up with immigration and shit like that. They gave them ban for 10 years. My dad's smart enough to all this 5. He took a business in Israel, fly out, got arrested on the airport. And shit went fucking down south. My brother can contact me. I was on a cruise ship. And I'm like, fuck it, what do you want? He says, oh, dad is in jail. I need to finish your project there. You're the only one who knows what to do, whatever. You already know the people. You used to work with them and shit. So, yeah, here you go again. Fuck, I booked my shit from the cruise ship. Get drunk for a couple of weeks, I think. No, it was like a week, I think. End up getting drunk with my homies in one city, Arnhem, Nijmegen. Miss my homies daily. And fly out back home, fly to Israel. Finish the project, been there for like a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. I don't even remember. I try to get the fuck out as quick as I can, bro. That country is fucked up. Messed up. Like legit fucked up. Like the places where I was today is not even there, I don't think so. So, yeah, after that I fucked off, went back home. I forget a couple places before that, but I don't even think it's important. You know what I mean? And basically after that, I think I fucked up here to Canada.
How'd that happen?
The same thing, my dad. Ended up here going with my dad for 6 months or something for the project. Couldn't do my dad, classic, right? Fucking me and him. Copy machine, printed, fucking the same page. Fucking hammer flying, you know. Shit, like hardcore, bro. Like, straight up. Good thing he's gone now. Rest in peace, dad, fuck. Because, man, we fight hard. Anyway, After 6 months, we went to back in Europe, but I left. I met my wife back then, girlfriend, you know what I mean? And we were like chit-chatting and shit, hanging around, do things together and stuff. Left to the Europe, and we keep in contact like for months and two. And I couldn't do my dad anymore and my brother and just bullshit in the company and shit. It's just like, I want to go back to kitchen if anything, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck this shit, fuck Europe, I'm back in Europe, I just can't do this bullshit. This is like North American lifestyle. It's easier. It's lighter on you. As much you think it's fucking bad life here, guys, it's so lighter. Can we here doing interview right now? I don't have to be 9 to 5 job. In Europe, you would be. You interview fucking. There is no way you would do interview. You do interview after your fucking work, and you shut the fuck up, tired. You still do interview, if you want to do it, right? It's like the options are unlimited in North America. If you put together as many brain cells you can, anything is possible in these countries, right? So it's like, when I came here with nothing. Travel bag, and I believe I had like $1,000. No work permit, no fucking nothing. I had travel visa for 1 year, I believe so. That was it. No plans whatsoever, no fuck all. I just literally booked my flight tickets, got the visa for a year. So I'm fucking out. Mom, whatever. I'm moving to Canada. I literally remember I told my mom I'm moving to Canada, whatever, I'll be back if anything. But I'm going on this point. She's like, fuck, make sure you're good. Because like fucking, there's a kid there waiting for you and stuff. They was happy for that, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking out of here. About 12 years, 13 years goes by. I'm still here. I will never go back to Czech Republic probably. And if I do, it would be because I'm well set up already. I have an international business running. Rudolf is in the game, or some catering, or I don't know, something. You know, I would have a company running, and that's because of I have a good setup life in Europe, and I don't want to be here in the winter. I'd rather be in Europe in the winter, right? Because like I can fucking sit in a car, go to Spain, see my friends, go to Croatia, go anywhere I want in fucking less than 15 fucking hours, right? Like, we're a bunch of retards, right? From here to Toronto and back is like fucking 11 hours without taking a piss. So it's like, I will be chilling. I will be chilling somewhere at the beach fucking with the homies or something, and I still make it home that night, back at night. I mean, it's like, the options are good in Europe if you financially set up, right? If I have the house already paid off, if I have that fucking shit set up, if I have that little stack of fucking pennies, you know, put aside, if that car is paid off, you know, it's like, what else do you need, fuck? The shit is not that expensive up there, right? Insurance is cheap. Your food is primarily cheap if you don't go eat caviar every day or fucking Black Angus Argentinian steaks and shit, right? So it's like, we have source of food in Czech Republic. If you eat like Czech Republican, right? Like, it's like going to Mexico as a Mexican. How hard they live in Mexico if you're Mexican, if you know around. Bro, taco costs you fucking 17 cents. 25 tacos a day? I live off tacos, fuck. I can eat them forever and ever. I die fucking eating tacos, right? So it's like, lifestyle in your origin of a country, if you are mentally set up to go back to origin where you come from and don't want to be spoiled, you know, the North American lifestyle and look at my fucking swag and carry for your Rolex and shit and stuff. It's super cheap. Super cheap, but I eat potatoes and chicken and rice. I'm good. Fucking give me $10,000, bro. I'm good for a year. Right? In Canada, it doesn't give you money. That's why I explain to people, right? Like, for me, in order to retire as a Czech Republican guy, I need $500,000. I don't need more than that. Why would you need more than that? I'm talking about age of 55. Because $500,000 are gonna give you fucking, let's say, $1 million. Bullshit. Yo, you need one. You need, oh fuck, $500,000. Now I'm doing the math. That'll actually give you 10 millions, close to 10 million Czech crowns, right? So it's like, you're set with 10 million Czech crowns. Car costs you 300,000. 400,000, right? House costs you fucking 2 mils, 3 mils, the worst. It's livable, right? So it's like, once you get that done, for 5 million Czech crowns, just for food source and electric and shit and stuff, and you always have a hustle, right? Because you're in the stupid age of 55, you're gonna fucking lose your shit doing nothing. Absolutely survivable. It's like sending Mexican home with fucking $500,000 right now, age of 55. You don't think he would retire? That's millions pesos, right? It's like, you will never work a day in your life. You will create some official weight business, something to create a small amount of money to pay your bills, to live off whatever you have. I can do it, 55 years old age. I know I can retire to the point of like, I will never be in a retirement, but the fact of like, I know my bills are paid. My kids are saved. My grandkids are okay. I can take my grandkids and my kids' dogs and animals, you know, or like babysit and shit and stuff, you know, like anytime, anywhere I fucking want, right? Because I can live timeless. That's why I try to create, you know, like a timeless sequence, because that's how they get you, you know, 365 days a year, fucking 24 hours a day. It's bullshit. Because when you're born, what time? Did they fucking tell you when you're gonna die? Are you gonna die tomorrow? They fucking told you shit. Right? You don't know where you're gonna die. So it's like, if you can stay in the loop with society for 55 years, that's long enough for me, right? To drive yourself fucking crazy. After that, you gotta get the fuck out. So it's like, if you can create a timeless loop for yourself, to be happy, self-efficient, age of 55, care for your family and loved ones, and don't think outside of the walls like fucking work, fucking bills. You know what I mean? Bro, I win. It's the winner game. Because then I can really enjoy the rest of the life. Because I rather enjoy 10 years of my life to the fucking fullest, right? Than work on my fucking life to the end and not enjoy one of them. Because when you take the fucking let's say 70 years together, I guarantee you then it's gonna be not even fucking 10 years put together you enjoyed. Because as a kid, you don't know fuck all. You're already in the system. Like we was in the system, bro. Like fucking, our society was fucked up. Czechoslovakian Socialistic Republic. Then we went to the Czechoslovakian Republic. Then we went to the fucking Czech Republic and Slovakia Republic. A lot of shit happened, you know what I mean? Like we don't even want to understand. So it's like, you've been part of so much fucking bullshit for so long, it's time to get the fuck out, right? And a lot of people can do it. So I think Rudolf can do it, because of Rudolf origin is my grandfather, right? He was a forest ranger, originally coal miner, and he died in very early age of I was 13, I believe. I was younger than that. He died in 2001. January 21st or something, 2001. A long time ago. So this guy was my G, all right? It's like, you know when everybody look down on you and you're like, you're a bitch, you're always in trouble, you do dumb shit, you're all fucking stupid and shit. Grandpa knows that, but he was like, fuck right. You know what I mean? Like, look at these bunch of other pussies. So you're fucking retarded. Good for you. That was a grandpa mentality, you know? He was like, he spanked you for very good reason. So you remember it and you're like, fuck. Ha! Thanks, grandpa. It's not like, you know, he was a really good man to me. I miss him dearly, so it was like, when I created Rudolf Wheat Gardens Medicinal, and I was thinking of name and a journey and shit, and I'm like, it's a gardens, it's something he loved, something all my family members loved, you know, like doing and be together on self-efficient land growing up, you know, like as a kids, grandma sent us to get the river, you know, water in the river, potatoes in the garden, herbs in the garden, deer meat in the back shed, you know, when we need go get shit, we was in the bushes as a kid, you know, go get the blueberries. We went with grandpa, you know, like he knows every single best spot in the bush. He was a forest ranger, right? For like 80,000 acres, bro, he know every single fucking mile. Where's the best blueberries, strawberries, where to hunt, what to not hunt, what to protect, all the plants. So it's like, he was a Rasta man for me, right? Because like, if you will take it this way, we are Catholics, we are Christians, right? But he was a Rasta man educated. because he was a well-educated man, right? It's like what the Rasta is, like super educated man. It's like you're supposed to name all the plants of your backyard. You're supposed to know the animals. You're supposed to know a whole bunch of shit, right? You're a herbalist. That's a Rasta man. Rasta man is a herbalist. My grandfather was a herbalist. My dad was a herbalist. They also Rasta. So it's like they never smoked the weed. Yeah, I get it. I'm the one black sheep of a family, but look what it got me. You know, I'm not dead. I'm not in the jail, and I most guarantee you, right? Those two options would came before age of fucking 30 if I wouldn't smoke cannabis. I most guarantee you, because I was a wild motherfucker. Like when you thinking of living on the edge, right? There is a different type of edges. Some of them are super sharp, and I was like fucking katana motherfucker sharp, but right on the edge, like at the tip of the edge. Like I was crazy, you know what I mean? So it's like, I understand my mom and parents and shit. Like, I give them super hard time growing up. Like everybody, my brother, fucking everyone, all my family. That's why I left. I'm like, fuck this, you know. I'm like, I really did some fucking damage, and it's time to get the fuck out, you know, and figure it out for myself. And I did, you know, like. I think it's 16 years I've been gone, 17 years I've been gone or something like that, or 18 years I've been gone, guys, okay? And I'm telling you right now, every single fucking one of my family member is super proud of me. They are like, that motherfucker unlocked the Matrix. What time is it?
It's okay, you're good. I got you. Well, it's good. That's a good thing, I think, for us to finish on here, because everything that we talked about today, like, I really feel from you, and I know you, but I got even more from this, that family really means a lot to you. And I want to know if you can tell me, to sort of finish this up here, what you would say family means to you, and also, if your family saw this, what would you want to say to them? Like, what do you want them to know?
The first, what I would say is, I have no regrets to leaving any one of you behind or anything, because of any of you never believed and trusted in the journey I could actually make it, you know, and make it out, which is good, because push me to the levels when I say like, fucking right, I'm gonna make it, you know what I mean? And didn't really rely on any one of you. So that's a big bonus for me. But the second thing is, I miss everyone daily. I miss a bunch of family members who's already gone, never gonna be able to visit or experience to be with them anymore ever. So that's the biggest, not regret, but like gonna eat me for a bit, you know what I mean? Maybe rest of my life, who knows? But what I'm super happy for is, now I know I unlocked the fucking matrix system and couple numbers out, and I still have enough time in my lifetime to make it up for it and show my family members and somebody who doesn't have a good life, and they tried, and I know they tried, you know what I mean? And give them the opportunity to fucking taste something fucking crazy, you know, like they taste their own dream, you know, like unlock the way to their own success, right? Which is, nobody did it really for me, because I was like, Mom, I want to grow weed for a living. There's $100,000, bro, go away, you know? Okay, nobody ever will like support my shit, right? Because like everybody was thinking like, you're a fucking idiot, like, you know, like you did bad things already in life, you're fucking crazy, you're just fucking nuts, right? So it's like, you cannot stand by with one shit. You always fucking all over the place and shit, right? I can be gone tomorrow. Well, now I have a family for the last fucking 11 years, and my family keep me super sharp in my mind and in my lane. I never stepped out of my lane for fucking 12 years, 13 years. Ain't not gonna, because I'm good, you know. Like sometimes you have to choose the lane when you like, a lot of lanes are crowded, right? And I choose the lane when it's super alone and lonely, but at least I'm there on my own. Nobody's ahead of me. Everyone is ahead, like behind me, you know what I mean? And when I look behind, I have fucking like no regrets. So I can say I'm not going that way. I ain't not going back, right? So it's like I keep going, aiming forward. And I'm like, if I can see behind somebody dragging their feet, at least I know they're there for me. You know what I mean? They don't need to be part of my journey or like support that shit forever, you know, like be there every day. You know, it's my decision, is like my choice what I do for a living. But at least good to see them there, like keep touch, right? Like, you know, like, oh bro, you know, like keep going, you're good. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna fucking give chances to many people, I hope so, in my lifetime, if I don't die tomorrow or next day or shit, because tomorrow is not promised, right? But that's why I want to tell my family, I have no regrets, leaving nobody behind. I'm educated fucking grown man, taking care of myself, my family, my property, and I'm not a fuck up. That's the thing, right? So it's like I became from fuck up to not a fuck up, which is like I'm super happy for it, and I'm pretty sure my family's happy for it too.
What would you say to your dad? Because I know that.
Oh,
Dad. Tough.
Dad is tough. Dad is. He was a prick. He was a prick, and I love him for it, because he's. In order to be a prick, you gotta be tough inside yourself, right? So it's like, to teach your kid something right, you gotta be super hard to him. So I'm proud of that. He never give up on like to be an asshole to us and shit, because like every single thing I know in my life, it's because of him. Size of my balls drag on the floor because of him. Yeah, I mean, it's like, he was a good man. Hurt me, he's gone too early. Even I didn't talk to him for years. Regretting it, but fuck it. You know, like, his spirit lives forever, boys. Hurt me though. You know what I mean? Like, you losing parent, it's still fresh for me. It's been like 6 months, so. He's like, you know, when something take breath away from you a bit, shit, you gotta wipe the tears off and snap out of it. So yeah, that's the moments I have with him, but I think he's in a better place right now, because he had his own problems. He suffered on his own problem. You know, I suffer, I smoke, I'm daily smoker and shit. I'm super happy I'm not alcoholic or suffer or any drugs addiction, because I did so many drugs in my life. You know, we tried everything. Crystal meth, fucking love that shit. Acid, shroom, whatever you name, you know, like, I'm not hard junkie drugs and shit, no, like heroin and opioids and shit, never been a huge fan, but yeah, you saw me flying, but line it up. So I'm glad I don't suffer any like serious drug addictions or anything. I don't waking up in the morning chasing no drug habits or anything, just weed, right? And my dad was chasing alcohol, which is took him away on an early age, so I'm glad, you know, I just drink beers and here and there every day, actually, be honest, but I'm on my Rasta journey, and I will quit. I'll quit alcohol completely, because we became super educated herbalist eventually. You know, I have a time to go, man. It's like I'm still a young man. I'm still a young kid. Comes to this, and
just getting started.
Just getting started, you know what I mean?
Rudolf, thank you, man.
All the time.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, bro.